got invited to a Bible study, but it's like in a house, and it was just so different. Like, marriage was broken down in a way that I've never heard marriage explained before.
What I do know is that God was there and He touched my heart, and I gave my life to Christ. We painted, we constructed stages, and just had fun doing it together and just building it out. It was pretty awesome, pretty amazing.
Back then at the 510, there was just something different about there. And Pastor Josiah and Pastor Marie. And I remember just the 510 for me was a place where I know it changed my life and changed, our lives and our legacy.
We were at the 510 building, and 6 months later, pastor's like, hey, our lease on this building's coming to an end. We don't really fit here anymore, so we're going to try a different approach to church, and we're going to go mobile. Really, that's kind of the moment where I look at, like, that's where we really took a turn as a church.
Got saved at the Barnett Center. Just felt like, okay, like I'm going to give my life to Christ. And I looked up with my hands raised, like kind of I'm being pulled into something that's, greater.
When you come in, you can feel like the tug, you can feel like the calling. You were part of something that was bigger than yourself. And that's what it provided for me, and it helped me establish relationship.
Thousands of people have walked through that door, and they walk out restored. They walk through with miracles and breakthrough.
Even though Freedom House looked different at all of those different stages, it was the same spirit. It's about God's vision. Like, this is God's house. We want to bring heaven down to earth. We want to change our world one life at a time.
I remember the Lord just spoke to me. He told me that this is where He called me and that He didn't want me to go anywhere else. I started to notice a change in myself. It just gave me like a new perspective on my walk with God. I felt brand new, and that's where I really started to find my giftings and find my talents.
The vision for Freedom House and how it started, it didn't change as it grew. It's always been what it's been, and it's never been defined by any one place or location. So even as we go into this next phase, it's not going to define the vision. The vision has always been to create a church people want to come to raise up a generation after the heart of God to do all His will.
with the future that's ahead of us, with the campuses that are to come, with the buildings that are to come, with the people that are to come. 15 years really just been a glimpse of what is in store for Freedom House, what is in store, what the vision that's going to continue, the many more marriages and families and testimonies that we know people are going to share. Like, I came in this stage, and I came in this stage, and this is when I came to Freedom House, and this is what I remember, and all of those stories that are going to come. That is not going to be necessarily just a celebration of the church, but it's going to be a celebration of what God is doing, a celebration of what God has done in their life, a celebration of the transformation, and how people have become the men and women. Again, back to our vision statement, they become a generation after the heart of God who has a desire to do all of His will.